The numbers are in.
Are we living for free?
Let's find out.
What is up, guys? Lauren and Kyle here. As many of you know, we bought this rundown duplex off the MLS in early 2021.
We spent 6 months doing a DIY renovation, moved in, and then called in the big guns to renovate the other side. We have an entire series covering all the details from the moment we first toured this place to now, so definitely check it out.
2 weeks ago, we finally closed on the most painful cash out refinance thanks to a renovation delay, but we did sign on many dotted lines and walked out with a big fat check. I mean, not really. They had to wire us the money, so it did take a couple days, but either way, we did end up closing.
Now we're house hacking, and the whole point of buying this house was to move into a space we can grow into while still keeping our living expenses low. But with going over budget, running behind schedule, and rising interest rates, we don't think we made out as well as planned.
Last time we analyzed this deal was like late September, so let's take a look. And for taxes are $8,400 a year.
All right, so for the purchase price, we've got $350. And we're assuming that this property is gonna come out, once it's fully updated, to $530,000.
Estimated repair costs for this property, so
because I would say 90 for her side.
130,000. We did 15% down. Our interest rate was 3.35.
All right, so our loan amount is 75% of our appraised value, so that's going to be $397,950. Our interest rate's 4%.
We don't really know what our interest rate's going to be, but I do know it's going to go up. Cash out refinance interest rates are always higher than you purchase, so just putting 4. We are gonna have to refinance and close again, so there are gonna be closing costs, and we're using private money, so we also have to pay those fees. And we're gonna have a 30-year fixed loan. I'm confident we get at least $2,800. And then for the unit next door, it's a 4-bedroom.
Is it like 26?
I'll say 25 just to be safe. Okay. We bill back all of our utilities, and we'll just have our monthly insurance, which is $125 a month. And then since we renovated and this is a pretty nice area, we feel comfortable just doing 5s across the board. And then property management, I still just do 7.
Yeah.
Gotta pay ourselves.
A cash on cash return of close to 20% in this market is like unbelievable. Damn, those numbers look good. As a full rental, $1,409.13 in cash flow and a 19.86 cash on cash return.
Now, as a house hack, we projected. All right, so basically what this calculator is showing is that while we live here, we're gonna have to pay $225 around towards our fixed expenses each month. And honestly, for a fully renovated 5-bedroom house, like, I think that's pretty good.
We'd be paying $225 a month.
But all things didn't go as planned, so let's run those numbers again. Before we get into that, let's talk about this week's sponsor, DuroMax. When doing home renovations, sometimes our properties don't have running electricity or easy access to it, so that's when we bring in our DuroMax XP10000HX generator. This dual fuel workhorse is perfect to power our projects and doubles as a home backup power source. With its push-button start, the DuroMax generator powers right up, allowing us to get straight to work. And with 10,000 watts, it covers all of our power needs. Chop saw? No problem. Tool battery chargers? Easy. Phone and computer chargers while we're at it? We're not even making a dent in its capacity. This generator has it all: a front-facing interface to change your fuel type, a digital multimeter that displays important information, a CO sensor that will automatically shut down the unit if unsafe levels are detected, individual circuit breakers, idle control, low oil sensor, and much, much more.
So most of the numbers are going to stay the same, but we do have to change a few. The first big one is after repair value.
Our appraisal came back at
$575,000.
So much higher than we thought.
But so did our repair costs. Our original estimate was $130,000. And we actually stuck to that number pretty close, but instead of repairing the front deck, we had to rebuild it, and we got hammered by the town on drawings and permit costs, which definitely put us over. So instead of $130,000, we're at $145,000. Purchase details stay the same.
Now on the refi details, even though the ARV came back higher, we could only cash out the original amount of $397,950.
But since we did go over a little on the renovation, and it's always nice to have more cash on hand in this unpredictable market, we chose to pull out the full amount allowed, which is 75%, making our new loan amount $431,250.
Moving on to the interest rate, we originally analyzed it at 4%. Which at the time I think was like a pretty fair percentage, and we were close to getting that. We originally locked in 4.5%, but since the porch renovation was so delayed, the rate lock and the extension both ended up expiring.
So we closed at, this kills me, 5.625%.
Closing costs did come in around $4,000, and we'll go to the next page.
Now the income portion. We projected we would get $2,800 a month in rent, and we actually got $2,825 because they have a dog and we pay a $25 pet fee.
And if you guys want to see all the details about how we listed the unit for rent, found the tenants, screened them, onboarded them, we have a video for that. We'll link for it up here. And because we want to first run this property as a rental property for after we move out, we're also going to add $2,800 for our side as well, because that's how much we think it will rent for after we move out.
Insurance is $150, and landlord paid expenses are 5% across the board, except for property management, which we set at 7%. Let's click calculate.
And the numbers as a rental property after we move out are cash flow of $1,054.98 with a cash-on-cash return of 18.51%.
So about $355 less a month in cash flow and 1% lower on cash-on-cash return. But we also did pull out an additional $30,000+, so that definitely affects that.
And since we technically bird this property, let's take a look at the total cash invested. All right, so we left in $68,377 into this deal. Now, we never really meant for this property to be a perfect BRRRR. That was not our strategy from the beginning. So leaving this money in the deal is completely fine for us. And if you think about it, that's just more money that we're getting an over 18% return on. So I still think it's a good investment. And since it's our primary, we are gonna pull out a HELOC, so we are gonna be able to at least use that equity to do future BRRRR deals.
And now on to our favorite part. How much are we paying each month to live here?
All right, so let's go back and edit the report. Take out the projected rent for our unit and the variable reserves, because for this instance, we just want to know what the fixed costs are. Obviously, you still need to be setting money aside for reserves, but let's calculate.
The total amount we pay each month is $507.52. That is unbelievable for this market. Now, that's obviously more than the $225 we originally projected, but we are still very happy with this.
We are living in a 5-bedroom home with a huge yard, off-street parking, walkable to a quaint downtown, in an amazing school district, and in theory, like, we really could live the rest of our lives here. If we were renting, we'd be paying $2,800, which is a savings of $2,293 a month. And because we love to make our money work, we'll be taking the extra $2K in savings and investing it in either index funds or just saving up for our next property. Possibly another house hack.
Probably. It's crazy to finally be at this point, and even though we hit so many roadblocks and challenges with this project, it's been a blast, honestly, to work on, and we're so happy with the results.
I agree, because house hacking is truly life-changing, and we just feel so grateful to be in this position.
So what's next? Well, there's a detail some people forget about. When you refi, you're technically starting over the 1-year residency period on your owner-occupant loan. So we're definitely gonna stay here for at least another year, and then really, who knows? We'll see where this road takes us.
Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, comment below with any questions you have, and subscribe for more videos.
We'll see you guys on the next one.